thank you, God, that you allowed us to come together one more time. Now, Lord, we pray, God, that you would be with us as we stand, Lord, and deliver to these your people your word. We thank you, God, for all of your blessings that you've given unto us. Now, Lord, we pray that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. In Jesus' name.
Chapter 15 and verse 17. Luke chapter 15 and look at verse 17. A lot of word is found in that one scripture. And we shall expound upon it. Lord shall send something. Luke 15 and 17, it says, and when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger. And when he came to himself. We just want to talk on this thought. Repeat after me. I lost my mind. Now you said I didn't. As we think, my brothers and sisters, upon this scripture, when we think upon this word, that I lost my mind, hear me here, that we have a A young man that is recorded in Scripture that when he came to himself, in other words, he was not at himself. And a common phrase that when a person is not at themselves, we say that they're not in the right mind. I don't know about you, my brothers and sisters, but when you ain't in your right mind, you'll do anything. Let me say that one more time. I said, I ain't getting no help in here. Reverend Horn, one said, amen. I said, when you ain't in your right mind, you will do anything when your mind has left you. He wasn't in his right mind. That when he came to himself, that his mind, sometimes your mind can run away with it. There was a secular song that said, it's just my imagination. Once again, running away with it. How many of you know that sometimes your own mind can get away from your own self and you will find yourself in places or situations you never intended? I'm talking about when you lose your mind. You said that I did and I lost my mind. He was out of his mind. He had gotten of his father all of his possessions, and he had gone out and he was enjoying the pleasures of life and enjoying the things that life had to offer, and he left the safety and security of his father's house, and he found himself out there in the world and enjoying it. But I tell you, when we look at all of these things, worldly lusts and desires can have you to the point where you will just about, if you haven't already, lost your mind. There are folk in this world, and they ain't all out in the world, some that are in the church, that the only thing that we want to do is pursue worldly lust and desire, and we have no time for the Lord Jesus Christ. All we want is things of this world. I want this, I want that. I can imagine God could say, sometime the door of my blessings, of you asking stuff, your petition, that all you ever want is worldly stuff. What about our spiritual growth? What about, Lord, help me in my spiritual walk with you? Lord, help me to get closer. Lord, increase my understanding. Lord, help me. Because how many of you know it don't matter what address you have on you? You can have any address or no address, but if you don't have Jesus, you don't have nothing. Lost my mind. Folk pursue all these worldly stuff. And guess what? All of the worldly lust, physical appetite, all of the other appetites of the world, the sexual and all these other appetites of the world, all of these worldly lusts can have you to the point where you will lose your mind. Have you ever supposedly been in love when you were dating? You'd find yourself in a situation where you should not have been. You know it was dangerous situation, but you told her that you would be there, or you told him that you would be there, and you would even sneak out of the house. You know how it is. I ain't nobody talking to me around. That you would sneak out of the house, what, in order to pursue what your own desires, where you wanted to be, where you wanted to go, who you wanted to be with. Even when your parents or others had suggested to you that you stay at home when I leave, nobody would be going out, but because she called you, because he wanted to see you, you decided to get out against all others. I'm talking about worldly lust and desires can have you to the point where you lose your mind. I have seen and heard teenagers say that in young adults, that when they break up with somebody, guess what? I lose my mind. I lost my mind because I loved him or her. So much to the point where you lost a grip of who you are and who you belong to.
is real. You can get to the point where your mind again that you would think that because of that situation that broke up that you have no hope. But how do you know if you have your hope in Jesus Christ that everything again will work out? All of these worldly lusts and desires can have you to the point where you're just about to lose your mind. I seen folk in relationship when they go south, they lose their mind. Folk have been institutionalized because what? They lose their mind over relationship. I've seen it when folk lose their job, they think they can't make it, and then guess what? They're gone. But I tell you, when you look to the hills, you don't have to worry about all these because you know, as they said in Sunday school, it ain't the person, the supervisor that's providing for you. It ain't the job that's providing. That's just the means that God has allowed to provide for you. But it's God is the one that's providing for all of us. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I hope you keep your mind. Thank you. I hope you do too. Because let me show you how important it is. This young man, in pursuit of all the world and us, he thought there was so much out there in the world that he was missing out on. He thought if I could just go out there and enjoy all of these things. You see, sometimes, and I heard folks say that Christian life is a boring life. But it's a good life. I don't care what folks may say about it being boring, but I tell you it's still a good life, and you can have fun. You don't know what fun is until you experience Jesus Christ. These things, Jesus is a keeper. Jesus will keep your mind. But these things in the world will have you to the point where you're just about losing. Because you think you're missing out on something, you want to go and partake of something, but how do you know that everything that shines? I had a chain once, and I thought it was gold, and as soon as I wore it for a little while, that thing turned bronze. Because it wasn't really authentic. But these are the things of the world that we lose it over. These are the things of the world where we lose our mind over. This man, he had everything in the beginning. But he looked and thought there was something that he needed, something more that he was missing out on. And my brothers and sisters, that's what we do sometimes as Christians. God has given us everything that we need, and yet we think there's something else more that we need. God has so much more for us, we ought to wait on God to give it to us, but we want to go out there and get it on our own. So we have itching ears, we go out there and receive doctrine that we should not receive. Because we figure there's so much more. But I'm like Paul, we ought to hold fast to that which we already know. Don't let nobody come in here and shake your faith. Don't let nobody try to turn you around. If you know that God is good, you ought to be willing to stand up and testify that He's good in the morning and noonday and at nighttime. God is good. I tell you, keep your mind. All of these things of this world, there's going to come a time that all of these things can cause you to lose your mind. You can get so infatuated with these things, you find yourself things that you said you would not do. Now, I want you to hear me out with this, that there are times in life that, and that's why when you see other people who fall or other people going through, you have to be careful. And glorying over somebody else's misfortune or somebody else's mishap. Because had it not been for the grace of God, that too could be you. Amen? And so you should never again look down upon a person. Because guess what? When you lose your mind, things that you said, I ain't talking about nobody else. Things that I said, things that you said, things that I said, that what you would not do, you will find yourself doing those very things when you lose your mind. Because remember when I said when you lose your mind, you'll do anything. said you would not go, places that you thought you would never go. This young man never thought that he would end up in a pig or swine. Never thought he would be there with the pigs and seeing what they're eating. And even to the point now where he is just saying, if I could just eat some of that, which they got, look at all this, what they're eating. And then he thought, he came to himself. You see, I want to point this picture. You see, you might have your mind today, but don't glory just because you got it today. Something can happen and you can lose your mind tonight or over in the morning. How many know you can lose your mind real quick and it doesn't take much to lose it?
Thank you, God.
Undoubtedly, sometimes you think that, sometimes I guess we get ourselves a false hope of ourselves to think that we are stronger than what we really are. This young man undoubtedly thought that he could go out there. But I tell you what was important. The scripture says, 15, 17, that he came to his senses. Sometimes you have to realize that God allows situations and things to happen. And things happen in our lives. But we have to remember that you got to get your mind. You see, nobody else did that for him. But him. I tell you, Rev, there comes a time when nobody else can help you but you. Oh, y'all didn't hear me. I said there comes a time when nobody else can help you but you. You see, he had left home. Found himself in an isolated world. And then he said to himself, after he had did all of these things of the world, and he said, look at where I am today. I'm at a place where I never thought I would be. I'm at a situation where I never thought I would experience. You see, sin can sometimes have you in places and situations that you never thought that you would be in. He lost his mind, but he came to his senses. Come the time when only you can help you. Because only you know where you are. And then, you see, when he thought and he came, notice what happened when he came to his senses. Then all of a sudden, his situation at home was still the same. It had not changed. But he forgot about what he had. Y'all don't hear me. I tell you, sometimes we can forget about what we have. And I'm not talking about physical, but I'm talking about all of the things spiritually, all of the things that God has blessed us. Sometimes we forget about how good God has been to us. He forgot how good he had it. And I tell you, I don't know about you, but you and I, we may look at take an inventory of the things that we have. Yeah, there are always some more things that we wish that we could have, or some things that, but I tell you, when you really look at it, we are blessed. I tell you, when we really look at it, we're blessed, because look like to me, I don't know about you, but if I'm wrong, you tell me after church, but it looked like you had some food to eat this morning. And if you didn't have it, it's because it was your choice not to eat this morning. But there's food in your refrigerator. I tell you, we're blessed. That God has been good to us, and yet sometimes we forget about again how good God has been to us. He remembered when he came to his senses. Remember the situation. His father had not stopped being good to him, but when he lost his mind, he could not think about the good things that God had provided, his father had provided for him. And when we lose our mind, we can't think about it. But I'm so glad that he came to his senses.
Notice that the Bible says he came to his senses and he began to remember how many of his father's servants had so much more to eat and how much was left over that he said, I need to go home. I tell you, he lost his mind, but he came to his senses. And so, dear brothers and sisters, that whenever we lose it, we can always know that we can come to our senses. And I tell you, when we decide to come back to the Father, when we decide to come home, that we will always find a loving Father who is willing then with an outstretched arm to receive us back into fellowship with him. Yeah, you may lose your mind, but I tell you, I used to hear the old folks saying it's one thing to lose it, but then to stay there is another thing. You have to not be satisfied with where you are, and as soon as you get dissatisfied with where you are and make up your mind that you're going to come back home, when you come to your senses, then you can get God to be there on your side. I lost my mind, but you got to come to your senses. And if you come to your senses, the Lord will hear and answer your prayer. The door of the church is open. I mean, many folk right now, some people may be on the verge of losing. You may be on the verge of losing your mind. Somebody today may have lost their mind, but I'm so glad to know that when you decide that where I am is not where I want to be, as soon as you decide that I remember all of the things that the Father has done for me, how he has provided, how he has taken care of me, then you can come to your senses and decide to come home to the Father. You will find that God is one that will not reject us. He doesn't reject us. All you have to do is just come to him, and he will hear and answer your prayer. If you're here today, we invite you to come. For God is a keeper. He will keep your mind in perfect peace if you keep it stayed on him. Because of his